The story of this entire movie is told within line 4, where it is said that a conference was held in Berlin inside AT&T 4 and 5. Within this, it was decided that King Leopold had ruled over Congo in Africa. But within 5 years, his situation deteriorated so much that he did not even have money left to maintain his army. For this reason, he sends one of his men named Leon to Congo so that he can bring back very important things from Congo, like lots of diamonds and ivory. We all know that many things are found inside Africa which have not been discovered to date. To suspect this, Leon reaches Congo with his team, where his entire army is attacked by the people of the Banga clan. No one is left here, only Leon is left. Just as someone is about to kill Leon, he kills a member of the clan, and then the leader of the clan, Banga, turns up. Leon talks to him, and Banga also knows very well that Leon has come here to collect ivory and diamonds. For this reason, a deal is made between these two where it is finalized that Banga needs something for which he is ready to give everything of Congo. And that thing was Tarzan. Here the scene shifts to inside the conference, where we are shown Tarzan. Tarzan no longer lives in the jungle, but Tarzan belongs to a royal family. She is the 3rd generation of Clayton. Here Tarzan's name is John, where the Prime Minister calls John and says that an invitation has come for you, which is from Africa, and the people there want to invite you. You will do research there, and after that research, we will get the data from there in a good way. But John flatly refuses to go to Africa. He knew about the place very well, and he also rejected that invitation. But before leaving, John is visited by George, who has spent a lot of time in the woods. Here George tells John that if you go back to Congo, then you will be able to meet the people there. You have spent your entire life there, so what is the problem in going there? So John says that there is a lot of danger there, and I will never go there, whereas George makes John emotional and says, if you go there, then we will be able to know the people there and can also help them. The king there has become almost penniless, and now he has nothing left. We will take over Congo within some time. That's why you will have to go there. After which, John Adjuri Tarzan was now ready to go to his old home. Oh, Senior goes straight into a flashback where we are shown the Clayton family, that is the couple of the royal family, had been first in Congo City of Africa. He lived by building his house on top of a tree. After some time, Mrs. Clayton dies, and Mr. Clayton just prays to God that someone saves his child. Mr. Clayton is killed by the gorillas there, and now all the gorillas hear the crying voice of the child and reach the same tree house. But the first to reach here was a female gorilla who had a small child, and her name was Akunth. The name of this female gorilla was Kala, and she kept this small child with herself. The scene switches back to Tarzan fighting the remaining gorillas, where his wife Jane is shown to us, telling the story of Tarzan to the children, and also telling about the animals of Congo. The animals there are so powerful that they can kill with one hand. She can bring down even the biggest animals. Here Jane comes to know that Tarzan is going back to his home, where Jane also insists on going, but Tarzan flatly refuses to let her go. He says that I have no problem with Mumbai. I am not afraid of those people, but I am afraid of you going there, lest something happen to you. Jane is very adamant about going there. Here, the scene shifts back to the past, where we see that Tarzan is still a very small child, and he lived with Kala and his brother. One day, the leader of the gorillas arrived and was about to kill Tarzan, but again they did not kill him and accept him. Tarzan spent his entire childhood growing up playing with his brothers. This Tarzan looks at his oldest pictures, and along with them, he also looks at his remaining clothes. He tries to explain to Jane how dangerous the place is and that he cannot find her. but Jane says that I will stay with the Kumba clan and let me go there. Finally, Tarzan agrees to take Jane with him, and the scene shifts. Tarzan, Jane, and George head deep into the Congo, where Tarzan first meets the lions. All these lions seemed as if they were welcoming him. George's eyes widen as he finally agrees with Tarzan. How can one live with love? Here, on the other hand, the scene shifts to a city where there was a banker who had lent a lot of money to King. Leon says that we will soon return your money, and the interest along with it will also be returned. You just have to give us some help. You will have to send approximately 20,000 army forces here to Congo, where the banker flatly refuses Leon and says that we have no time left. If you don't return our money, we will take over Congo, after which Leon promises that he will fix everything soon. Here, we see that Tarzan, Jane, and John have all reached the Kuba tribe. This was where Jane grew up. Jane's parents were professors and used to teach reading and writing to the entire clan. Everyone was very happy to meet Tarzan and Jane. At the same time, when night fell, the entire clan was telling the stories of Tarzan to everyone. Here Tarzan remembers his past, where we see how he used to live in the middle of the jungle, and along with it, so do Jane and Tarzan. Recalls his old days and how he met Jane for the first time. Jane was playing with the wild animals here when Tarzan took her hanky. When Jane runs a little further to find Tarzan, a lot of gorillas come there. They are almost about to kill Jane when Tarzan saves Jane's life and gets badly injured. Jane then takes care of him and takes him to the Kumba clan. On the other hand, we see that Lion has brought his entire army to the Kumba clan and kills its leader. Here Leon had come only to take Tarzan because he had promised the leader of Banga that he would take Tarzan, where he arrests Jane, and along with this, he also takes Tarzan captive. All the clan members were also dying. Along with this, he also takes 10 strong people of the tribe with him. George comes out from below with a gun in his hand and starts killing Leon's men one by one. Somehow Tarzan escapes and is saved by John. But by then, Lion's people had taken Jane away. Tarzan knew where Leon would take him, but it was a long way. For this reason, he had to take the help of a train. George says that I will also come with you, but Tarzan says that all this has happened because of you. If I had not come here, I would never have got trapped, nor would people have taken my wife away. We look at the other side. Here Leon tells Jane that the invitation Tarzan received was from the royal family. We had sent him from the other side so that Tarzan would come here and we could capture him. So Jane says that you have made the biggest mistake of your life. That too by messing with Tarzan. Here, on the other hand, Tarzan is with his tribe. He sets out with George along with some people. He had to reach the train by swinging on big branches. Where George did not know all these things. That's why Tarzan takes him in his lap and goes everywhere where these people have reached the top of the train, and he also meets many prisoners. Tarzan kills everyone there one by one, and with this, they now have to move forward. Here, both Jane and Tarzan remember their old days and how these people met for the first time. There, Leon forces Jane to have dinner with him. Jane somehow manages to pick up Leon's knife from there. But Leon knew everything. Leon had also spent his life in the jungles, and he knew how to deal with such people. He had a rosemary that was made from the web of the world's strongest spider. Jane still said that after Tarzan comes, see what fate he will do to you. Leon tells me that I just have to give Tarzan to Banga, and then he will give us lots of diamonds. Here the train stops at the last stoppage, after which Tarzan has to go alone. Here Tarzan says that I will not go with the tribesmen. If everyone goes, everyone will be killed. But George still does not leave Tarzan. George also goes ahead with Tarzan, where George gets to see many big animals. Now the time had come when Tarzan had to pass through the jungle where there were huge gorillas everywhere. Tarzan says that the decision will be taken here now. The leader here will fight with me. Whoever wins can get his work done. George says, "Tarzan, you are not going crazy. How will you be able to fight against such a big gorilla?" Here the gorilla was none other than Tarzan's brother Akuntha. Tarzan says that they consider him a traitor because he had gone among the humans. After which we get to see a very spectacular, iconic fight, where these two brothers, i.e. Tarzan and Akuntha, fight among themselves. Tarzan gets beaten very badly, but Aku, being his brother, does not kill Tarzan. Tarzan tells George to bend his knees and lower his head in front of him, otherwise he will cut you into pieces. Here, George tries to heal Tarzan after he is badly injured. But still, Tarzan had not stopped, and he had to move forward, and now Tarzan had come to know that this was all Leon's planning, so that he could take Jane to Banga, and I would reach Mumbai to rescue her. The next morning we see that Jane, in the language of the tribal people, tells the people there to run away from here and go and save the people. She jumps into the water and heads straight towards the forest, but there too she finds gorillas. Here, as soon as Jane sees the gorilla, she kneels down. He knew that if he bowed his head before them, these gorillas would not do anything. The gorillas don't even touch Jane. Just then all the people of Lion arrive here searching for Jane. Here Jane tells Leon that you will not kill even a single gorilla. I will go with you only if you promise. As soon as Leon starts taking Jane in this story, Leon's men attack a group of gorillas, causing them to die. Tarzan, a devotee, saves Sidi Koot from a bullet and reveals that he is still his brother. Leon then goes to Banga, taking Jane with him. Tarzan remembers his past, where his mother was killed by Banga's son. He kills Banga's son, thirsty for Tarzan's blood, and seeks revenge by killing him. Leon follows Jane to Tarzan, obtaining diamonds and ivory in return. The people of Mumbai surround Tarzan, and a fight starts between him and Monga. Tarzan explains that King Leopold has bought Congo and plans to bring his army in a few days. Akunt brings the entire team of gorillas, and the people of Mumbai retreat. Tarzan reveals that his son killed his mother, and the Mumbai clan reveals that his son was also at fault. The fight between Bangar and Tarzan ends, but Leon moves ahead, taking Jane with him. Tarzan sought help from the entire jungle. From the other side, 20,000 soldiers were coming forward, sitting inside the ships with weapons. At the same time, every animal in the forest was moving forward to help Tarzan. Within no time, all the animals attack the camp. From here, Leon runs towards Jane to save his life. Many people die under the feet of these animals. But still, Jane did not give up. Then Leon leaves Jane among these fleeing animals. Then Tarzan arrives and rescues Jane and returns her directly to George. Leon tries to escape with so many diamonds, but Tarzan was not going to let him go. Then George gets a machine gun in his hand and starts attacking Leon's ship. After which, when Tarzan reaches Leon, Leon ties Tarzan's neck with his rosemary. There comes a moment when Tarzan is almost about to exhale, but Tarzan's strength is visible when he breaks the rosemary around his neck because of his strength. Tarzan calls the underwater crocodile with his voice, and all the crocodiles together kill Leon on the spot. But by then the pressure inside the ship had increased a lot, and a huge explosion occurred there. Everyone thought that Tarzan would not return, but Tarzan was Tarzan after all, and there was such a huge explosion that a ship filled with 20,000 people was coming. She turns her way. Bolo says that we can never mess with the Congolese tribes. We will be killed. The boat had better turn around right now, or we see that nothing happened to Tarzan, and he comes back and hugs Jane. On the other hand, everyone in the tribe who had been captured is free to work, and with this, George and John also embrace, and the Congo becomes a mixed jungle of tribal animals again. Now, when George reaches England, after collecting all the databases, he comes to know how King Leopold had kept the people of the tribe captive, and now everyone has been freed. With this, we see that Tarzan, who belonged to a royal family, does not go to his home. Rather, he stays in this forest with the clan members here. Jane also has a son, and with this, the legendary movie ends here.